One of the things that I mentioned were like the detail and the texture of the wall. How was that working on a surface that's not flat?
We worked flat on paper. You know, some people worked on canvas to do their practice or whatever, but there was no preparation for this wall in regards to the texture of it. So we figured it out after getting on the wall. Like, you had to figure it out right there. So, for example, Julia Douglas is one of the four artists. I took a page from her notes because she imposed herself on the wall, as I said. She got to the wall and said, look, this is what you're going to do. This is what I'm going to do. This is what you're going to do. Like, and I watched her just so she did. We're actually standing in front of Martin Luther King. I don't know if that's in the shot, but she just got up there and just said, this is what I'm going to do. Like, I'm going to force this wall to become flat. And you can see that her technique, her realism, her kind of like hyper realism on that wall, on that texture was just, I was super impressed. So I took a page from her notes because I went to the wall almost on the yin. If she was the yang, I was a yin of it. And I was like, in front of the wall, kind of like begging the wall, like, please, you know, like, please, like, I want to paint on you. And so once I saw what she did, I said, okay. We had a dance with each other. I would do something, I would see what the reaction of the wall was, and I'd go, okay. And I would do another thing, and I would pull back, do another thing, pull back. So it became this dance where I was able to communicate with the wall of what I was trying to do with it, and we found a happy place, man. It took a while to get to this point here because initially there was only one artist on the wall. So it was the initiative of the Albright Knox Art Gallery had their own idea what the project would look like. And they went about it in a particular way that didn't sit well with the community. So the community, you know, kind of got up in arms over the fact that this wall, at the time had the working title of Freedom Wall as well then. And they only had one artist, and that artist was not of African descent. So they were just like, well, how could you do a project with 28 African-American dignitaries, something of this, you know, of this, something so paramount without having any representation of the community, of the dignitaries that represent them, so to speak. So that kind of snowballed into a long conversation, some heated conversation, some passionate conversation about being slighted as a community, being it's kind of like the trend, so to speak. And fortunately, you know, all parties won, in my opinion, because they had those conversations that were very tough, very deep, very scarring from past relationships, past dealings. And that was the only way to get through it. That was the only way to really get through it.